Hey there everyone, welcome back to this side of the multiverse where I'm back in the second, if not the last, segment of Should I Keep Playing for Marvel's Midnight Suns. You can pet the dog.
Feeling good today, girl?
What a good demon doggo.
Covered in slime.
Your slime.
I don't get it.
Now?
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric
Babs
terror
the
of
fire
situation,
demon.
I found
I
this thing
love it.
actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think it could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
No capes.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of sharing a workspace. And I'll have you know this cloak has helped me save the universe from extinction on countless occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
I have, but it considers you something of a slob.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city.
Oh cool, so there's also collectibles to find even though you don't do much combat running around?
Intriguing.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. Was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest? I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a super suit and started fighting crime.
I guess we have all had difficult childhoods here.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that at Skrull Sleeper Camp. Just kidding. Or am I?
Thanks for catching me up on
Anytime. Remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over... Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at ye old demon hunting school, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? What have you got for me, boss? If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting. Don't keep me now. Take your pick, Hunter.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. I know it's easy to look upon me and...
You mean a physician?
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jet. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more...
You lost...
I appreciate that, Hunter. And you're right. I, for one, I still can't believe, with all my resources...
While we bask,
You...
I would...
The point... It's not just... But I am...
A creature.
Unfortunately, yes. He's something of a fixture in New York these days.
It's...
Of...
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they...
Right when it's time to train? I'm all Sarah...
I learn faster if I understand the person who trains me.
I can respect that. Go ahead.
Can I ask about you?
I get.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So...
No,
What is...
it's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter. But
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't.
How did you become a Dampier?
You say that like I had a choice.
How is that?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the...
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm. Not until I met
And
she...
what?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world.
Did she?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than... She gave me... So when she reached out and asked me to... Ready to work? Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too. Peace. Hunt.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol. Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Mark. Kidding. Carol's fine. Not gonna lie. Well, not so much fish as... True. Strange, as in Hydra. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again...
Not as...
I said you can call me Carol, and I wouldn't bet on...
Bye.
I don't want to... Find me in the war room when you're... Well...
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say gamma?
Yeah.
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
Stark's holographic monstrosity better not scratch my...
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, reading personality. Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty wonderful.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through.
Probably can scratch a band end off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now.
Smartest fanatic in the room. It's a small room.
Not just Hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
I need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce. Interesting. Here we go.
I think you got him.
Ready up.
That's one hell of a move. We will not fail. Lucky shot.
Looks like they want to try a few more.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
A vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right? They're mine. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
I see why so many fear your strength.
Never seen that before.
I serve until the end.
More fuel for the fire.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
No, Bruce. Be sure to ask him when you're done punching out the bad guys.
Weak, even for Hydra. Just like old times.
Oh yeah. We did it.
Go, now, quickly! Let's go, go,
Oh no, they're escaping.
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device. Get her!
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Still not gonna be enough.
Come get it.
Nice move.
Should get the blood moving. Here it comes. I'm still in my prime.
Just knock him out with a box.
Luckily, I'm a glutton for punishment.
They hope to break my resolve.
Maybe you should try something new.
Looks like they have got help.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
We must not let Hydra escape with it. You are lucky to still be breathing. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Tracking movement.
This has your name. Gonna have to try harder than that.
I will make you suffer for that.
That's not supposed to hurt.
You're in trouble now. Reinforcements on approach.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
Time's up for these chumps.
Your fate is sealed. There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions. That time has clearly passed.
I'm on it.
Never surrender.
That was your one chance.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
rest.
It's on.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
We've done it!
Yeah. All the stupid Nazis are dead. We're down.
What is this thing?
Same.
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier. That one, almighty. Something, something. Gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves?
Victory!
Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time.
Dog, dog, dog.
Let me see. How did this work again?
That dog is missing. I don't understand.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites. These missions can't be good for Caretaker's blood pressure. That's twice now her precious hunter has almost gotten smacked by Hydra. I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I won't forget it. So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the staff of one? Or who were the runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The staff of one interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
Can you tell me how the staff of one functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your old team.
The runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out 2 very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some...
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
To stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to...
Agatha's power.
She put her trust in the wrong person. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help.
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I know the others still harbor a great...
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life.
I like to believe that. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the ground. You should pay your respect. Good. I'm sure you'll want to rest. But we should...
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes. Just like your maybe that... to commune with the spirit.
Is this a trick of...
No, it's no trick, dear. I actually...
You are...
Always...
You seem...
After 1,000 years...
And...
Meet me by the cave, just...
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay...
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. Ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference. Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Hi. Love you too, baby girl. Go see mama or something.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Why can't I perform that action?
Your fate is sealed.
Don't ever fucking
You're too
understand.
weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you. No mercy for the servants. Feel my call. They're hoping to wear me down.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall. I am impressed. Return to your mother.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, And you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Weird.
This looks like a
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and
Oh,
I think
sweet
after everything you've
Nichimo.
been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your lineage follows an unbroken line, and if you call upon them, they won't work miracles for you. Why don't you ask the goddess?
must not be her purview. Blessings of the goddess.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now, why don't you come see me? Oh, and good night.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical
And...
Tony has one of the... I just want...
I hope the two of...
His discomfort...
But Tony's ex...
Right now with the... If I can find item...
I look forward.
Me too. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't... Are there any curses I should be aware of? By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all...
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. These were relatively common at one point in history.
I'm sorry, this is gonna take a legit day to research? What? Am I playing a phone game? Or like in-game tomorrow?
Shh. Tony is working. What have you got for me, boss? No peeking now. What do you think?
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The forge is pretty badass. But the creature trapped inside...
You are bonded with...
Damn, you're...
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns.
Sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumped. That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident.
It would be my honor to spar with...
Wow. Okay, let's...
I will... when you...
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training. Like playing with fire, huh?
Doesn't actually show us sparring. Okay.
Ready for more? Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you...
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York. Or anywhere, for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still,
okay,
you better
Carol.
hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes.
If you've come to a...
Not much more I...
Thanks. Robbie.
No, but there was some pretty crazy energy.
Thanks.
More doesn't mean better. If they want to be part of the team, they'll have to earn it.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl. Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl. This room
One. Well, I am...
It is never easy to lose.
We did not lose Wanda. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching. She would never let me read.
I do not suppose there are any spells in there.
Hard to... Maybe a... I know what she's... Your heart so... I cannot...
We will find...
And just who?
Ilya.
You are like an Avenger. Okay. It is times such as this that I wish someone... Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less... no matter. Good...
I take it you found our gate... When Hydra isn't... It's fairly... Why don't you check the mirror? I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
The shockwave would shatter most of the glass in my approach path.
Ah, that is not good.
Yeah, I try to be considerate.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signal...
Again, I don't know why they keep trying to have conversations if I'm going to just be moving forward on the control stick. This is something to have had at some other point.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the...
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
Hail that!
Nice. I suppose it's something.
Requesting medevac! Weak, even for Hydra.
Take this! Think I can punch through a moon now?
I serve until the end! For victory!
Try harder than that.
Lilith would be embarrassed by your weakness.
Reinforcements inbound.
This should help.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. And I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
situation is under control. No retreat.
That hurt!
A weak attempt.
We're almost here. Hold position. You've got nothing to fear.
You only do me.
The helicopter is back in action. Finish it off while we have the chance.
Whatever gets the job done. Vengeance is near.
Don't have magic healing.
Not bad.
None will be spared.
Watch that one.
By her command.
Engaging target.
Does someone feel a breeze?
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow this mere mortal dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All is possible with Mother!
The light will carry you onward.
Every little bit helps.
All will be judged.
I am impressed.
Position compromised.
Your penance grows.
That helicopter's about to take off, and with it any hope of understanding what this madman is actually ranting about.
We will stop it.
This will be your end.
The whole thing hinges on having enough attack cards for the helicopter. It's stupid.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared. Hail that!
That was something. Not a problem.
Someone get me out of here! We will never forsake her. Nothing will be forgotten.
You're mine!
Really want to keep doing that?
That was your one chance.
Nothing matters. But here come their friends.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. There will be more in your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
Just like old times.
Now they're really in trouble.
We serve until the end. For Hydra!
Regret that.
They are still coming for me.
Arm Alpha reinforcing. Don't waste the opportunity.
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Accept your my followers suffer the same fate.
Why can't I perform this act? Oh my fucking god, this game is so weird.
Bring about your own demise.
Not generating enough heroism to use all the cards, but then I don't have enough attack cards to focus on the helicopter. Like, I don't... Okay.
Hail that! Weak, even for Hydra.
I suppose it's something. That'll work. None will be spared.
Not bad.
We will never forsake her. Follow my lead.
You just made a big mistake.
They hope to break my resolve.
All Beta moving into position.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Master.
It's all coming back to me.
Target's moving.
Take this.
We serve until the end.
Hey, that hurt.
I must have angered them. You're not out of this yet. Many...
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Is that the best you've got? We're on the move.
Didn't think I could get any stronger.
For Hydra!
You really want to keep doing that?
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All is possible with Mother!
True. Only the innocent are spared. I will see all that you have done. Hydra Immortalis!
Don't try that again.
That helicopter's about to take off, and with it, any hope of understanding what this madman is actually ranting about.
We will stop it.
Serve the mother undamned.
Your time has come. You are lucky to still be breathing.
That should keep them grounded. Now let's get everything back to the Abbey for analysis.
Such arrogance. Our brave soldiers will never allow you.
Oh, shut up already. Take them down.
Hold back and regroup.
I'm not done. Just need a break.
They're displacing.
Ready up. I'm on it.
Whoever gets the job done.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last. There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory.
Well done.
Alright, that mission was kind of a pain in the butt.
Paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Sabertooth?
Count on it.
Alright, so... Oh, never mind, hold on. That's it. Or not. Great, I think I'm gonna stop there. This concludes should I keep playing or not for this game. I'm really not sure. I kinda want to see more of the story, but the gameplay doesn't really do it for me. It's kind of weird that you're always just in a small square or a box. Those are the same things. A small square or a circle. In all of the fight scenes, there's a lot of walking, there's a lot of talking, which is great because it's world building and there's a nice amount of dialogue and story. But the combat leaves a lot to be desired for me. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you all around.